I don't know if we will. Dun, 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 dun. Did you hear the This Week in Geek after show? No, I was working. I don't listen to stuff.
No, I was working. I don't
It was
listen.
good. It was good.
Good. Anybody there to comment or talk?
No, somebody was listening the whole time. Creeper. That was about it. All right, we're on. Welcome to the Nuff Said podcast. This is no, it's not. We're talking season 4, episode 11. Wake up, which apparently I need to do. Look at how awful my lighting is. I have like no eyes now.
Yeah,
Last week I looked like Iron Fist. This week it's this. I got to get the lighting fixed.
You'll get it. You'll get it taken care of, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at all this stuff going on here. I just gave you the virtual tour of the wood flooring going in and everything else. That's where I'm wearing, plaid. Look like a workman.
Yeah. I'm sure with those pristine skin hands that you've actually done any work in your life.
Have you ever looked at my hand?
I've seen that hand. I can't even look at it.
Even this one's disgusting, but this one.
This is gross.
Oh, yeah. Why were you looking at my hand? Were you thinking about something? Or
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, let's talk about Wake Up before we fall into the This Week in Geek after show rabbit hole that we tend to do.
Should we introduce ourselves?
What? Yes.
All right.
Who are you?
I'm Alil Kanitsa.
And Alil, what else do you do?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I do a podcast called the League of Geeks podcast, and that's Geeks with a Z.
Yeah.
And we're doing a lot more YouTube stuff. And
yeah, I saw it. Sean was doing a toy one, and
and we'll be doing a lot of. Well, maybe I don't know. We'll see.
All right,
it's time. Right. It takes a lot of time, and
I understand that.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm Rob Southgate, and I'm on a lot of shows, and I do a lot of things. We're on Nuff Said, and we have This Week in Geek, and then the This Week in Geek after show, and Chris and I have Disturbed, and we're going to come back with, and we're actually going to go back and do season 1 of American Horror Story on there.
Nice.
And Molly, Martha, and I do Once Upon a Time, and we have a Doctor Who show that we never do.
Is that show still on? Once Upon a Time?
Yeah. This, there's a lot of rumors. They have written this season, the second half of the season, as if it is ending, even though it sounds like ABC is going to renew it. They said they wanted to complete the story arc that they started in the first season. So at the end of this season, the entire story arc that's been kind of mounting is done. And they said if we get canceled at that point, okay. If it's over, it's over. We've completed our story. If not, we essentially start a new story, and that can take whatever new, iterations are going to be out there. So
yeah. Nice.
So there you go. Now you know all about Once Upon a Time. Welcome to the Once Upon a Time podcast.
I know nothing about the show, so I will just sit here dumbfounded by whatever you say.
You got half of that right. So anyway, wake up, Alil.
Yeah.
Wake up. What did you think?
I did enjoy it. I do like that we're kind of getting a combination of our villains here leading up to 1.
Yes.
No,
leading up to 1, I don't think so.
Well,
they are
working together. I mean, like one. I don't mean there's one bad, but I mean they're all working together for the one big bad.
Correct. I agree with that.
So, I mean, what we got here, Wake Up, is about. I think more about. It's not about May waking up because May doesn't wake up here. She's having she's having the dream. I think it's more about Fitz, and that Fitz kind of.
I think it's about Fitz, and I think it's the audience being woken up to kind of what's going on. Like, there were a number of points in this when you went, "Oh, this is what's actually happening." Fitz was actually trying to solve a mission. It was hurting his relationship, but that's what he was doing. May having her dream thing, her induced dream, which was fantastic.
Right.
Did you see that coming, by the way, when she kicked Ada and then it turned out to be a simulation?
No. I didn't think that was coming.
I I went back and I rewatched some of it. The clues are there. I mean, there's enough there that you kind of go, oh, I could see this, because they even say, like, this program's not working, we're going to try a different program. Yeah. So why didn't none of us picked up on that? I'm sure somebody out there's like, I clearly picked up on it. You guys are idiots. Phil saying that.
Well, Phil always says that about me. So that's
actually right. Probably Charlie is saying that. He's got it all connected. But no, I didn't see it coming, and it was a great surprise. And I liked when he said, when he had the realization of what was going to work, because immediately I knew it was going to be the cavalry story. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember it that well, but didn't she kill the kid?
She did. I believe she did, and that's why
she freaked out, and why everything got all
I think
tough
that's
for her.
I think that's why, with her saving it, it kind of just changes her a bit. It kind of makes her less of who she became. So maybe she's easier to deal with in the simulation. But that's why they always have her, in the simulation, she keeps getting better and better.
Right.
Because it's still not holding her down.
That was great. When she even said to Ada, I'm figuring it out. Like, I'm getting better, and I'm going to figure it out, and I'm coming for you. That was really great. And I loved the moment when, and you know what, I should have gone back to watch it, when she knocked the Q-tips off, and Ada said, again? I wonder if that very first time, if she said something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I didn't notice it, but now that I'm thinking about it, like reprocessing it, I wonder.
It would be, I wish I could have seen a little bit, because when Fitz looked at, what's his face? Why did I keep drawing the Radcliffe's eyes before he figured out that he was an LMD as well? I kind of wish I would have seen that better. I got to go back and watch that part better, like how Fitz picked up on it.
Yeah,
I understood that he picked up on it, how Radcliffe was acting, like something wasn't piecing together. But it's just like he looked at his face, and like something went off.
It also could be that he had spent so much time with him, and he had spent so much time looking at Ada and trying to figure this out, that there's something that we're not going to see, but that he just knew.
Right.
You've got whatever this quality is.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, is that the only LMD in S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because Radcliffe did say, if the May LMD fails, I have my other one.
Right.
And so I'm curious, is it the Radcliffe, or is there a third that we don't know about?
There was something said early in the episode, and I didn't write it down. I have no notes, man. I just came from an economics class, so my brain is a little mushy here. But there was something said that made me question this, and I don't want it to be true. I think it would really be a total crap move by the show. But when Yo-Yo was with Mac in the beginning, she made a look about how he was acting. And I know that they resolved it later by saying it was hope and it was all this other stuff, but there was enough that at that moment I thought, I wonder if they're going to have Mac be an LMD and he's been taken over. That would suck if they did that. They've done enough with this guy.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. I mean, if they do, you're right. Then we're almost to the point of jumping sharks here. I think they played with that to throw you off, because this all came after Radcliffe said that. Because even before they went on their mission, everybody was acting different. They kept looking at each other saying, oh, that's not normal, or what's wrong with this person, or are you okay? And it just seemed like they were leading up to kind of that red herring, like, who is the LMD? Because they kept focusing in on Talbot, they kept focusing in on Coulson, everybody, even Jeffrey, everybody. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The Jeffrey thing, that was another one I thought of, because he was acting kind of stiff, but I think that's just him. That was actually the only part of the episode where I kind of dipped a little bit, was when they were in the courtroom and Sky and Mace were having Mace. Is that his name?
Jeffrey Mace, yes.
Yeah, Jeffrey Mace. When they were having their conversation, And I was kind of like, okay, we've got kind of talking heads going on here. I'm a little disinterested. I get what's going on. But then when they actually had the court session, when Nadir was up there, I thought that was actually pretty interesting. And I still think Nadir, there's something off about Nadir, aside from her being the toady to the bad guy.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I'm wondering if she's an Inhuman herself. And she's just self-hating, kind of like that thing. Yeah, she probably, because there's something to her, like she has like a weird command. I don't know. She was, as my wife said, everybody seemed in this episode
like they might be
a little duller, than normal. So I was wondering if they were playing up.
Were they playing that up? Yeah, it can't be Coulson.
No, it's not Col. It's not Coulson. It's not Daisy.
It's not Yo-Yo. It's not Daisy.
Because he couldn't recreate those powers. I think that would be too hard.
It's very unlikely that it's Fitz.
Especially what Fitz did. I mean, it could be, though. I did think for a little bit there that it was Fitz.
Did you?
Because they would have had an easy chance to snatch Fitz and stash him away, with all the work that that they did together. But I also don't know if Radcliffe. I mean, I do think Radcliffe is the bad guy, and he is a bad guy. But I think he just has that kind of respect for Fitz that I don't think he would have done that to Fitz. But then there's also that question is he might also have that fear for Fitz because Fitz proved here that he's probably smarter than Radcliffe.
Yeah, I thought that so. I thought that so too. I thought that as well. Holy cow! I did like what was going on there, and I do think that Fitz upped his game. You know what I mean? Like they upped the game. We've gone past he has brain damage. We've gone past all the other stuff.
That's over.
The stuff with him and Simmons, I kind of need it to kind of resolve. I don't like how it, like, now there's this tension between them about this, and it seems like they keep going back on this relationship thing. Let this one be the actual relationship that's working. I'd be okay with that.
I mean, I'm okay with them having this separation up as well, because it's not like it's holding up the season. Where it's not Mulder and Scully where we're just like, God, right. Get over it. Like it's just, right. I mean, they're together. They're just having a rough patch because Fitz feels responsible, because Fitz is solving this issue, and Fitz solved it. I mean, by next episode, this could be all over because Fitz's problem was what was going on, and he came up with that, the resolution here. He figured it out that there's more LMDs involved, and now that the fact that they have this LMD here, this is Fitz has question to see to figure out how to test everyone, and the fact that Fitz was able to see through this. And my nose is bleeding.
Oh, wonderful! Wait a minute, Alil, are you an LMD?
Not if my nose is bleeding.
Well, they bleed. He shot him in the head, and there was blood.
True.
Hey, I want you to take a knife and start digging into your skull. I just want to see if we get to white, or that might not even be enough. Dig deeper. See if we actually get brain tissue, because there's no way they're simulating brain tissue.
No, I mean, we saw that it didn't go that far.
No, keep digging, Alil. Come on.
No, I'm okay. Thanks.
Next time, Nuff said. Yeah. Alil does that crazy practice of drilling into his skull to let the demons out, and we find out, is he an LMD or not? That's a real thing.
What?
Digging into your skull to find out if you're to let the demons out?
No, I did not.
Did you really? You've never heard of that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to look up what it's called, and you're going to look it up and be like, really? It's a real thing, and people even now do it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, they think it like lets the demons out.
Oh, sorry, everybody out there listening, and whatever.
You listening.
Stop his nosebleed.
Really? Do you need to take a break? Do we need to take a pause?
No, I'm all right. I'll be all right.
This one says, "Can you put a hole in your head to get yourself high?" That's an interesting one.
All right. Well, I'm going back to this. So
trepidation. That's what it's called.
All right. So, but the good thing here is Fitz can now test everyone. There's ways to be able to test. So now,
Yeah, shoot him in the head.
Now the cure. No, I'm sure there's a way Fitz can do it without doing that. But here's the thing now. Now what happens to LMD May? How is she going to get out of that? And I think that's going to be the next episode, kind of.
Yeah,
I feel.
Well, no, the next episode is all about Patton Oswalt. I don't think they're.
True.
I think they're going to let her stay there, and it's gonna simmer for a couple episodes, and then we're going to get that because now she clearly knows she's an LMD. She knows the parameters and that she can't break those parameters.
Right.
We know that, so now we're going to be waiting for it. And I think it would be okay. Let it sit there for an episode, leave that tension there, but don't have any reveal yet. I don't think they're going to reveal that she is an LMD yet. And I wonder if they'll actually do something where they because she is May and she wants to do good. I wonder if he'll be able to change the protocol and somehow we'll have two Mays walking around. It could happen.
I guess it would just be bizarre.
Well, it would be, but you at one point had 3 Patton Oswalds.
True, and we're supposed to find out his secrets. So
we've had multiple Adas.
We have multiple Radcliffes. So
why would it be weird? It could happen. They could do something where they take a May and send her somewhere, take the robotic May and send her somewhere to protect whatever. And then every once in a while, there's the question of which one are you?
But why would that matter? Which one she is?
I don't know. Well, don't kill her. Just send her somewhere. Or they kill her and we don't know which one died. Huh. That would be interesting.
No, I
suppose Coulson's going to figure it out at some point, though.
No.
I did like that too. I liked, they've got that relationship thing going on. I did like, and I've got 2 people in the house that are totally shipping the 2 of them, so they enjoyed that quite a bit. But I did like when Yo-Yo called it out on Coulson and said well, you and May. And he's like, what are you talking about? Come on, man. You're not really hiding it. And then,
but he knows, all her past relationships and stuff and his.
Yeah, but they're having their drink together. They're flirty. You've seen that even since season 1.
Yeah, but I don't.
The only time he backed off, the only time that there wasn't any of that was when her husband was back in the picture. And then he was a little jealous, but he still wasn't as involved. As soon as that guy's gone, as soon as, I forget what his character became, Blair Underwood, that he became Rash or Lash.
Lash.
When he became Lash, Coulson went back to kind of being cool with May. And now this season, he's just fully hey, baby, you want a drink? I'm the coolest guy in the world.
I don't see it that way, but okay. Maybe I'm just missing it. I don't know. I mean, I get that there is that love there, but I don't know if it's to what everybody's thinking, that they need to be together. I don't know.
I don't know if they need to be together either. Fitz and Simmons needed to be together. They set it up that there was that tension. They had to get them together. Now They keep playing with it, and I don't want them to play with it. Be done with that. Let him be what he is, and let her be what she is. I like that she has, when she was in with Hydra for a little bit, I like that she has a different story path than he does.
Yeah.
And there is going to be tension built out of that, but let the relationships be this relationship for a while,
Yeah.
And then Mac and Yo-Yo, I'm glad. See, now there, I was feeling like we had the same kind of relationship thing going on, but the cards have been flipped. Here's what's going on. Here's where I'm going. She's like, okay, I can deal with that. All right. I can deal with that too.
Yeah, I mean, their relationship feels like
forced.
Mockingbird and what's his face, kind of like that. It's cool, but
with PETA.
PETA.
Oh, I was thinking Hunger Games. You said Mockingbird. Oh, that's Mockingjay. Which one is on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Mockingbird.
Mockingbird. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You think theirs was forced?
No, I don't mean forced. I mean, it's just it's there and it's fine. It's just moving, just moving his story this way, which is
Do you think they'll bring Mockingbird back?
I don't think anybody cares much about.
Do you think they'll bring Mockingbird back? Because I really think they should next season. They know they're not going to bring that other series to series, and they're still out there. Find a way to bring them back.
I'd be curious now that Shield's legit. I mean, because they got out because of
it's too legit to quit. Let's get it right.
Are we done? I mean, that's you literally have just killed this show. Yes.
Well, you know what? I was holding.
I don't think we can come back from that. I don't think we can. There's nothing to come back from that joke.
I was holding out hope that we were going to get a special guest star with us, Kenneth Smyson, who's a super fan. He guested on Super Connectivity, but I sent him a link, but he hasn't shown up. So I don't know if Kenneth has the possibility of getting on this. So you know what, Kenneth? Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future we'll get you on here. But too bad, because this would have been a good one. We're full of very funny jokes this week.
Funny?
Yeah.
Somebody else here?
We're full of something.
I don't know who else is here, but
Alil, it's the paint fumes. That's
I guess
what my problem is.
You missed the spot in the corner there.
No, that's my bald spot reflecting.
Well, mine too.
Yeah, I know. Look at Thor. He's trying to hammer some hair back into place.
Don't mess with my Mondo Thor. That's a nice poster right there.
It is.
What was I going to say? So Radcliffe and the senator, they're working together now.
Yeah,
and they're gonna meet the what do they call her? The superior.
The superior. Yeah. Did you hear the rumors are that and I think even Charlie might have tweeted this out too.
I think one of our listeners posted.
Did they?
And he thought it was Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, and I've seen that a couple of places.
To the Defenders and pulling that up right now. Yeah, because I got put on that tweet too.
But why are they saying that? I didn't see anything here indicating who.
No,
it was
I don't think anybody.
Anyway,
I don't think he was saying it like it was it. I think he was saying that was
like him. It would be cool.
That was his theory. Right. It was Kenneth. It was Kenneth that tweeted.
Was it Kenneth? Kenneth, yeah. Why aren't you getting on? We could talk about this.
It's the theory that the superior is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is Sigourney Weaver's character from Netflix's Alexandra. So,
Kenneth, this could have been your shining moment, your very first mark my words. I mean, come on.
Nobody needs to mark their words because you've ruined that by marking every word.
You know what? I've done a lot more right than you.
Just because you're 10%, that's not 10%. A really good.
I'm way above 10%. Somebody go back in the archives and go through. You'll find out how many I'm right.
Nobody wants to do that.
Listen to every episode.
The only person who wants to do that maybe would be to listen to Jack talk. Well, yeah, Jack is missing.
I would listen to Jack. I got a story about Jack. So last week, he and I went to college together for a little bit. Then I dropped out because, I'm cool. And I put on my greaser jacket and I would do, racing instead. No. But Jack and I went to a reunion for the jazz band that we were in college. And I never go to reunions. I have no interest in seeing anybody. This one, I was like, you know what? I'll go to this. And it turned out to be great. We on the way in, we're like, we give it 1 hour. Then we're going to go back and watch a movie and eat some crap. But instead, we stayed until 1 a.m. We had a great time.
Nice.
So now here's my Jack story. You know Jack. You've met Jack.
Yes.
The listener may have seen Jack, but Jack is 5'5". He is a
short,
lower stature man. Yes. And he is also, right now he looked a little bit like Winnie the Pooh. And the reason I bring that up is we're trying to leave. Oh, a cat. We're trying to leave. And he's a trumpet player. And he's a really accomplished trumpet player. So we're at this reunion and all these guys, like trumpet player guys, are like, oh, they want to talk to Jack. And Jack is Jack, as you've heard on here. He is no different at any point other than when he's playing his trumpet where he's brilliant, right? And we're walking out and this guy's like, oh my gosh, Jack, I want to talk to you. And Jack goes, hey man. And the guy was taller than me. I'm 6'1". This guy had to be like 6'4", 6'5", and skinny. And he puts his arms out like this to Jack. and Jack goes up and hugs him, and it was like a toddler hugging his dad. He was reaching way up, and then even better, he went up on his toes.
It's terrible watching Jack place his face in another man's crotchal region.
It was he reached up, and like I went to the other guy. I was like, "Dude, you see him hugging?" He goes, "It looks like a toddler." I'm like, "No, it looks like Winnie the Pooh hugging Christopher Robin." It was unbelievable. And the second part of it, which is so funny. So then I'm standing there with the guy's wife, and Jack and this guy are talking. He starts talking. He want all this trumpet stuff, right? Starts talking about how he's breathing, and Jack goes, "Well, you know that you breathe from your diaphragm, but this thing is called, I don't know what he called it. It's down here. It's by your belly button." He goes, "Here, give me your hand." And the guy takes his hand and he puts it on Jake. He goes, "No, my belly button's lower. No, my belly button's lower." Eventually, it looked like he was cupping him, and Jack's breathing. He's going, "Feel it?" I'm like, "We're standing in the middle of a party, Jack. What are you doing?"
Jack, your lungs are not in your pants.
Yeah. And then he goes, when I said something to him, he goes, "No, my blank is down there. It's not anywhere near that." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
You should have snapped it. You should have snapped a picture. That's what you should have done.
I know. I don't think I snapped one. I was so the Winnie the Pooh thing was killing me so much, and it went on kind of long. And then when I said it to Jack later, he goes, "Yeah, I kind of thought halfway through this might be a weird hug." Yeah, you think? Yeah, I don't have a picture of him.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Yeah, but it was awesome, and I had to throw Jack under the bus a little bit there because it was just too funny. If he was on here, I'd be saying the same thing. I looked like hell that night. I mean, I normally look like hell, but oh my gosh, they must have thought I was a homeless guy. You know, like right now I'm shaved and you can't tell. There, I was like, oh, I was scuzzy. Yeah.
To me, it looked like a homeless guy now. If this is not homeless, Rob, I have no idea.
No, if I look like a homeless guy to you now, we're not even. Oh, I do. I'm looking at the picture. This wasn't even in the ballpark, man.
I don't know why you don't clean yourself up to go out in public. That's just all I gotta say.
Well, you know, what's the difference? Seriously,
you don't smell. I mean,
no, I didn't smell. I showered. I threw some clothes on, and I left. The problem is all my clothes look like this because what do? I sit at a computer and edit all day.
I guess, sure.
Yeah. I did have to go to class today, so I shaved.
Why would you shave for class? Like, I would not shave for that. I would shave for other things, like a reunion.
You should have seen what I
haven't seen in years.
Yeah, they saw me in college. I looked just as bad, only 30 years younger.
It's terrible. Terrible.
What are we talking about? Are we back on Nuff Said?
I guess.
Yeah. So what else happened in this one? We talked about Yo-Yo and Mac.
Yeah, we talked about
Fitz and Simmons.
We talked about
Mason Sky. I thought that was good. It was definitely X-Men-y, that whole thing. And the way they're running this, it's very much like what happens in X-Men. And that's okay. I think what they're doing is they're laying groundwork. They're going to do the same type of X-Men thing with the Inhumans. When this Inhumans series starts, it's going to be more of this. We don't like the Inhumans. We got to keep an eye on the Inhumans. And we have the group that is trying to say, no, we're just like everybody else. And it's going to give rise to a Magneto type. It's all those elements are coming into place. You know,
yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I wonder if they will do something like that. No, they got to keep Sky on this show. I don't know who they'll do it with.
I don't know.
You know, but they definitely, because they have been getting rid of the X-Men because of rights, and they're positioning the Inhumans because it's the same kind of story. And this show is definitely doing a lot to position the Inhumans as if, like, hey, this is how it's always been, and this is what's going on. You know?
Yeah.
So I wonder if what we saw tonight in that courtroom was kind of laying that groundwork. Because what else is this Inhuman show going to be? They're not going to be on their moon base, you know?
They probably don't have the budget for it. At least not until after the first 2 episodes.
Right. So I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of intrigue type stuff where you see like Medusa's hair and some of the powers, but a lot of it is.
But they're the royal family. I mean, so I don't think it's going to be like they're probably already established. It's not going to be an origin story. It's not going to be
right.
So
because they still say they're doing a movie. That's what the movie is going to show. That kind of stuff. I don't know what they're going to do, man.
I don't know. I mean, I know Vin Diesel's not happy because he wanted to play Black Bolt and he ain't going to do it for TV.
Yeah, well, sorry, Vin Diesel. There's a property you don't get then.
Well,
I am Vin Diesel.
That was not a good...
No.
No.
You know what? Give me a break. It's really hard to do impressions on video, too.
Oh, yeah, because video makes a difference than audio. And...
So then everything I've ever done has been on video? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of. Sure.
I can't think of anything else. Did you read about this Square Enix thing?
About the game?
Yeah. I mean, so is it like a Final Fantasy? Are they building something like that, but in the Marvel Universe?
I don't know yet. I mean, I don't think anybody knows. The game
that's
trailer,
what they're doing. I am down with that.
I doubt it's Final Fantasy.
We have a Final Fantasy that type of gameplay. That's what Square Enix does.
No, it's not the only thing they do, but I do think that they're going to have.
If it's just a fighter, I mean, we remember those Marvel games. It's
not a fighter because Marvel vs. Capcom is coming out already.
Right, that's a fighter, but there's that other one, the one.
Like the Ultimate Alliance, all that kind of stuff. It's not.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance. It's not going to be like that. Okay.
It's not, but I do think it's going to be like a world building thing where you're actually going to be able to build a group of your own Avengers. I don't know how. I'm going to predict that it's going to be one that is going to be an interactive world, kind of like the. I'm not going to say it's going to be like the Injustice games that the DC puts out, but I do think it's going to be a more of a global thing where you can play with other players online.
Like an open world thing?
Yeah, you're going to have...
Because Injustice is really a fighting game when you boil it down. But I would like to see them do like a Skyrim type game. Something where it's open world, you're running around and you're encountering... Because there used to be a game, computer game. What was it? City of Heroes? You ever play that one?
I've heard of it. I never played it.
It was fantastic. And it was kind of that, where it was open world. You could choose where you were going. You could do whatever. And you'd have random encounters, but you were also putting a team together. And I remember I didn't play it. I was at a friend's house, and he was playing it, and I was watching this whole thing. And he's like, yeah, I've got these like 6 other people that I play with. And he said, so, I can just go out and play for a little bit and, rack up some points or whatever. Or we meet every Friday night at X time, and we do this. And while we were on, he was flying around and doing this thing, and he created his character from the ground up, gave it the powers, did all this stuff. He's flying around, stops these bad guys. I saw how it moved the story forward at one point, and then one of his teammates popped up, and all the stuff changed where now he could choose to do his own thing, or the two of them could go and solve part of the puzzle that was for their team.
Group. Yeah.
And it was really great. And this is before like Grand Theft Auto. Imagine if you took the Marvel heroes and put it in a Skyrim or a Grand Theft Auto type game. Those are 2 different types. I have a feeling this would be more Skyrim-y than it would be Grand Theft Auto-y.
I just hope it comes out on the Nintendo Switch.
I just hope it comes out on something I can play it on. That's all I hope. I don't have any.
Nobody has an Atari 7800 anymore.
Oh, you wish. You wish.
I do.
That was the elusive one for me. I never got that one when I was collecting video games.
I still need to get some Ataris, but yeah.
Do you need a 2400?
Or 2600? Yeah, of course I need it. Yeah, I need. Yeah.
You don't have one?
No.
All right, you got one.
I got rid of it.
I got one for
decades ago.
I think I have 2 or 3 in the garage. You can definitely have one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Give you a stack of games too.
Sweet.
I even got Superman. You ever play Superman? That game's
terrible. I love the Spider-Man game. I still remember playing it like in my He-Man onesie.
So now, was that on your wedding night?
Of course.
Yeah. Jenny, Jenny, can you zip up the back of my He-Man onesie?
What's the difference between then and now? Nothing. I didn't need to zip up at the back. The zip up was in the front.
Oh,
come
fancy.
on now. That's how we do it.
All right. I didn't know. I thought it would mess up your muscle thing if you had a zipper in the front.
No, it was the characters printed all over it was like the footy pajamas. That's what
Right.
People call them onesies now, but the footy pajamas, like when I was a kid.
No, they really don't. A onesie is the thing a baby is in, and that's what I was.
No, they do call them onesies now.
Who calls them that? Who calls them that?
Google it. You will see adults in the adult pajamas.
Ew.
It's not ill. That's the style now. Like tons of people. Like the Chicago Cubs went out on a road trip, and they were wearing the adult footy pajamas. They were calling them onesies, adult onesies. Look it up. That's not
a onesie though. Those are footies.
I get it. I know. Fine, footy pajamas.
Onesie pajamas. A phrase often used by Alil. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
There you go. You got it.
Oh, J.C. Penney's carries onesie pajamas. These are footies.
I agree, but that's what they call them now.
Know your sleepwear. Alil.
You need to get with the times. This is not 1977.
Why, back in my day, we'd watch Love Boat and put on our footy pajamas.
Exactly. Where you'd have the button up, the trunk where your butt would hang out when one button would fall off.
What kind of fantasy you're living out over there?
Many people's fantasies.
Oh,
or nightmares, I guess. Nightmares.
I imagine Jack wears that when he hugs people like Winnie the Pooh. And his little trunk.
Also, you see the trap door just fall down.
Yep. Aww.
Wah, wah. So, no, I guess that's it. I don't think we have anything else.
No, we could keep talking about nothing, but let's end it. Let's end it this time.
All right.
So thank you for listening, everybody. A little bit of business, just really fast. In the show notes, I will put links to our various social media, Facebook, Instagram. We have a Patreon page. If you want to support us, please do. We have a YouTube channel. We have the one that this is showing on right now at Southgate Media Group, and then this gets edited and it goes to the Nuff Said Universe YouTube channel. And there are links. I think they're going to be here and here, or here and here.
Yeah, I still have to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. But I also have a link to League of Geeks on our channel, too. So you can always get to League of Geeks. Because I'm a nice guy, Alil. Take that. Like anyone believes that. And what else? Follow the show at Nuff Said Podcast on Twitter. Alil, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LOGEEKZ, Facebook, and all over the place. Just look up the League of Geeks.
League of Geeks with a Z.
Or just type in Geeks with a Z and we'll pop up.
The other thing is on the Nuff Said Universe channel, Phil and I are doing the Mighty Nuff Said Reading Club, where we're going through various story arcs from Marvel Comics. And then we just kind of talk about them. It's like a 15-minute show, but it's YouTube only. We're never going to edit it down to an audio-only page. We just recorded 4 episodes on Saturday. He just wrote to me and said, hey, I just read these 2 others. Can we do 2 more tomorrow? So we're doing 2 more episodes tomorrow. We do the same thing, though. We do them live on this channel on Southgate Media Group. We have the chat room open, so if you do want to chat with us, you can. But we do it live. I think we're doing it about 4 o'clock Central. And they're like 15-minute shows. They get edited, popped on Nuff Said Universe. So if you're into the comics, it's really cool. I've been having a blast because we're really going through stuff I've never read. We just did 2 different series of Iron Fist. I just did New Warriors that we're going to do tomorrow. We've done, I can't even think. We did Agent Venom. Or no, Venom Space Knight. Have you read that one?
I haven't.
It's actually fantastic.
I'm not a fan of how that character looks, so I didn't like.
You know what? The story is really good. It was surprisingly good. And then I read a Nova series. I had never read any of these Nova series. We just did that one on Saturday, and you'll see that edited one every Saturday. We're going to pop one on. So coming Saturday will be a new episode. We've got 4 in the can, 2 more. So 6 weeks of new episodes. One of them is a Nova series. It was so great. I blasted through that series afterwards. We did the first, 7 issues, and then I just went like 28 issues deep on it because it was so good. So there you go. So that's it. Oh, and we got a new show on here too. Phil and Lilith are now doing Wade's World, which is all Deadpool, and that's a lot of fun too. We got one more week of Luke Cage with Charlie and Maz, and then starting the week after that's done, they have gone back and they're doing Jessica Jones. After that, they're going to go back and do Daredevil 2, I believe, and by then we'll be ready for Iron Fist. So, awesome. Lots of stuff. Thank you again for listening, everybody. Alil, thank you. You're off next week, so
I will be traveling for work.
I am going to try to get us a special guest, and I'm hoping to have another Marvel podcast join us, or there might be even a more special guest. I've got an inquiry out there for someone I know, so let's see what happens. Awesome. That's it. Yeah, yes. I'll do it on a week when you're not here, Alil. Perfect. So, all right. That's it, everybody. Thanks again for listening. And
Nuff said.
Nuff said.